Now, other interesting culture news, you have Google promoting Democratic campaign searches while hiding Republican ones, which shouldn't be too big of a surprise, as overwhelmingly more often than not, tech companies are usually more on the left ideologically. That's where an overwhelming majority of their donations are going, and it's really where most of their belief systems are. Now, this is a study that was reported by the Daily Wire, and it's a study by the Media Research Center, and it shows the bias of it. And it's just, they should talk about even just typing in the query presidential campaign websites, Google returned only Democratic Party candidates. And apparently some of them aren't even running in 2024. And yet they would just hide all of the Republican ones. So that's why I say I prefer Brave in terms of a browser. And you can certainly say some are better than the others, but how untransparent is that? If you just look up presidential campaigns, you're only seeing one side. They're eliminating a whole other side of the political aisle. That is insane. And then, and they actually also censored Democratic candidate Robert F. Kennedy, which this isn't the first time certain Democrats have been selectively censored. Probably the most well-known one is when you had Bernie Sanders, where he actually won the nominee, but the DNC took it away from him. And it shows perhaps how whipped he is. He's still stuck with the party, even though they stole that opportunity from him when he actually had the rightful votes. And it looks like no Republican candidates appeared on the first page of results, even though the search was conducted the day before the first GOP debate. When you would think they're getting Googled or searched all the time, if the algorithm was more transparent, logically, they would be one of the first results. Now, it looks like one of the first results, of course, is going to be Biden, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and looks like a gal by the name of Marianne Williamson. And it looks like, this is according to MRC's Vice President of Free Speech, Dan Schneider. He put it saying, quote, Google has erased every threat to Joe Biden. We know that Google pulled out all the stops to put Hillary Clinton in the White House, and they have continued to interfere with our elections ever since. Compared to social media platforms, it is harder to document what Google does in secret, but we at the MRC Free Speech America caught them red-handed yet again, unquote. Now, apparently they also found the same issue back in 2020. Now, the issue is also going to be, you'd have to get even more solid data, you probably have to take a look at their algorithm, and that's kind of the secret ingredient, kind of like the ingredients to baking a special a confectionery or something that you're cooking in the kitchen. With the tech companies, the biggest, most valuable thing is usually the proprietary intellectual property known as the algorithm, and it's kind of the engine to the whole operation. And they're never going to release that data willingly. And it looks like they've also, it looks like they've been censoring other words that are more often than not politically identified as people on the left. So they also note that they have been hiding results for critical race theory, of the trans debate or the trans issues with both children transitioning as well as the adults. And it's kind of like a de facto censorship. They're just removing the results you're looking for, which is concerning in and of itself. And perhaps yet another reason not to use Google as a search platform. Because it's clearly, for many, many, many years, it's been politically charged and it's giving the results based on politics. Not too surprising, but yet another good reason to try to find another better browser. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August. Greatly appreciate your assistance. Also, your comments help the channel grow and develop, as well as it helps me slow down my speech and make the show better and better, as that was a previous critique, which I've taken to heart and something I've worked on more and more. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.